Oh yeah, that's awesome. I wonder what she's gonna teach. Maybe some bad romance. If so, that's pretty cool. That was our audition dance, and it's really fucking hard. So good luck. Oh, thank you so much. Cara Castle? Chrissy Carlson Romano! Hey girl, can't wait to meet you in real life. I feel like we get along great. And your last video of you as Kim Possible is literally, how dare you? Like, look so gorge. Like, unreal. It's unreal. Hey y'all, screen recording this. Perfect. I came on here to answer some questions about Moulin Rouge because I feel like I've got a lot of questions on that video. Last time I did a live, I was teaching. So, you know, I feel like my number one question on that video is, what the fuck do you do when you're on your time of the month when you're dancing? And the answer is, you gotta suck it up and do it. That's all I can say. Thank you so much. What? You're the best nose. I hate my nose. Thank you. Holy shit. You just made my night with that comment. The live can end here. We're done doing the live now. My night is made. Thank you. The POV from the audience in Moulin Rouge is definitely something to see. We have these things called can seats, and you are like very much up in the action in the Moulin Rouge. What time is it for me? 2 a.m. I'm way out here. I don't know what it is about quarantine, but the sleep schedule is out the fucking window. We met at Broadway Flea. Oh my goodness. Hey, sweets. Any tips? Hi, Annie. Any tips for a wannabe performer? Okay. My first thought that came into my head was run. My second thought was take as much class as you can, whether that's like teaching yourself online, watching videos. You really want to like immerse yourself in it if you can. I mean, a lot of people that are, you know, want to try to do Broadway and audition for it have been training for so long, but you know, it's not how long you've been training, it's like what you put into it. So go for it and practice all the time. Keely, I'm wearing jeans at 2 a.m. and eating a salad. Who the fuck am I? I know. I know, dude. Oh, hello, filters. Tips for getting more flexible. Good question, Lucy. I would say, I feel like with dancers, my biggest problem is when you're trying to get flexible and when you're trying to like get your splits and all this stuff, you need to be 100% warm before you stretch those muscles like that. And I think a lot of dance studios just are like, jump into the splits, do this, but like, you've got to be warm 100% to start getting into more flexibility stuff. It's really important. And then also like, start with just like some jazz splits, which is just your leg forward and then like a bent leg, and then just slowly start straightening it, and then flexibility will come. It's something that like you can work at and you can definitely get. The eyelashes and jeans at 2 a.m. for me. I know, man. This is rare form, and I'm usually at 2 a.m. like sleeping, or like last night I watched Twitches till 4 a.m. Do you know what I mean? It's about balance. Have I ever considered doing Moulin Rouge in Paris? Yeah, that would be really cool. Paris is epic, and like I think the Moulin Rouge there is definitely different compared to our stage version. Another question I got a lot on the video was, are the songs from the movie still in Moulin Rouge on Broadway? And the answer to that is yes, they are. A lot of the original music from the movie is in the show, and then we've also added pop songs on top of that. So it's like a weird mixture of like Baz Luhrmann's movie music and then adding in pop songs, which is why you heard Single Ladies on my one video, is because Beyonce is quite literally in Moulin Rouge. Fun. Did I ever want to do anything other than performing? Yeah. Hell yeah. Just this past quarantine, I've been like, what am I doing with performing? I'm really into interior design. I'll show you. I actually designed this bedroom. So, say hi, paper. So I painted these sand dunes on my wall. Got that light, put together this bed frame, painted these bed frame panels, dresser, organized this entire thing, and honestly, like, I laid down all the flooring in this bedroom. I did the ceilings. I insulated the walls. So I'm really into interior design. That's my like other hobby, I guess, besides performing. Sorry, I'm trying to find these questions. There's a lot of joiners. Hey guys, welcome. What are you eating? A salad. Were you a dance competition kid? Yes, I was a dance competition kid. I grew up doing it, and I love dance competitions, and they're super fun, and it was great. But then I started switching more towards musical theater, and yeah, I just quit the competition life and doing that now. You were a model before Broadway? No. So actually, when I was in my show called Head Over Heels on Broadway, I did Head Over Heels before Moulin Rouge, and then I went as soon as Head Over Heels closed, right into Moulin Rouge. And when I was in that show, a modeling agency scouted me out from seeing the show, and I signed with them, and they've been awesome, and I got to model in New York Fashion Week and do all these fun things, and like, yeah, it's really cool when I'm not dancing. Hi from Eugene, Oregon. My grandma! Isn't she the cutest? Oh my god. If you go further back on my TikTok, there's a video of me doing her makeup for the first time, and she's never had her makeup done before, and it's like one of my favorite videos. She's amazing. And she does tell everybody, like all of her friends at line dancing, she's always like, my granddaughter was the best pole dancer. She is so strong. Can you imagine? So when I go meet her friends for line dancing, they're always like, oh, there's that pole dancer. For fuck's sake. Howdy from Australia. That's awesome. Hey. Oh, Head Over Heels closed the week. You were the week before I was there? Oh, man. Yeah, Head Over Heels closed way too soon. It's a great musical. Oh, hey. It's so nice. Hi, Carly. Okay, I butchered that. Hello, nice to see you again. Sal looks bomb, thank you. So how often do you audition for other jobs while still being in a show? It's a great question. So, usually shows on Broadway are year-long contracts. So when you sign with the show, you are, on contract with that show for a year at least. You can re-sign for another year, but usually a year is like good for me to like do a musical, put it to bed, move on. So around like the end of the year mark, I start telling my agent like, hey, I'm ready to start auditioning again. And then my agent will send me out on auditions, and, usually I'll audition during the day and then I'll go do my show at night. So it's, that's kind of how it works. Usually, if you don't end up booking something, people normally stay with the show that they're in. But I've been lucky enough to do new shows. That's good. Oh, thank you, Mr. Dami1. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Incredible. What was the dance audition like for Moulin Rouge? Good question. The dance audition was kind of crazy. When I showed up to the audition was actually the day after Head Over Heels closed on Broadway. When I showed up to the Moulin Rouge audition, there must have been like 1,000 girls there. It was insane. And they were looking for one girl, one spot. It was nuts. And they bring you all in a room, and they teach you a dance combination, and they taught us Bad Romance, and it was so quick. They teach it very fast because they want to see, how you pick up choreography. And they want to see how you pick up choreography. And after that, they make a cut, and then they teach you another dance, which we learned Roxanne. And we had to partner with someone that I've like never met before. They like hand you a guy in the audition and they say, here, you're gonna dance with him. And then you're like, okay, hi, nice to meet you. Like, throw me over your head. And that's how the dance audition went. And then from there, they do a singing audition, and then they do an acting callback, and then they hand you material from the show. Like, after I did all those callbacks, I got about 30 pages of Satine material that I had to have memorized and learn and come back, and then I auditioned with that, and the audition was kind of crazy. It's a lot of stuff. You're the last Satine I need to see. I can't wait. I hope you get to see me on a Satine. I hope when Broadway comes back and, we're up and running again, that it'll happen. I know June's a long time to wait, but I hope you get to see me too. How can we support you during these times? Accept taking classes? Yeah, I mean, honestly, I've been doing a lot of meet and greets, and I've been doing a lot of dance classes. I'm actually teaching a dance class tomorrow on Zoom, and teaching has been like a really great way that I've been like supporting myself and doing Zoom classes on online stuff. So if you guys ever want to take a dance class or a singing class, I keep saying this, but I am teaching a master class coming up. You can find it on my Instagram. I'll post when I'm teaching a master class, and we can dance together. We can sing together. Even if you aren't a performer and you just want to like try something new and you want to try dancing or singing for the first time, like I do classes like that too. I do classes for people that like just want to learn. So that's a good way. Which cast member are you closest with in the show? My closest friend in the show left the show, actually. His name was Evan, and he was a swing with me, and he left the show to go be like a lead in another show. So I was like so proud of him, but it was like so sad for him to leave. And he covered Baby Doll, and he covered all the guys in the show, and he was amazing. Let's see. How different is each show process when you are joining a cast? So different. I mean, Moulin Rouge was different because the cast already knew each other. And I was like the new one. It was like the new girl coming in. You know, those vibes. Never fun. The cast already knew each other, and coming into that, like, they already created something so special, and my job was specifically to mimic it. My job was to just be like, I'm here to learn and do what you guys do, and like, you know, that was with Moulin Rouge. And with Head Over Heels, it was a little bit different because I actually got to like create a lot of my track on that one. So got to create a lot of the dances that I was doing every night. So each process is a little bit different depending how far along it is in the musical. If you're in the beginning stages, or, you know, if you're in the ending stages. Anyone ever tell you look like J-Lo or Selena? I actually got... I got it more when yes. The answer to that is yes. I got it more when I was younger, though. Not now. But thank you. I'll take J-Lo any day. She's hot as hell. So thanks. What? I just got here. You got tossed in the show mid-show? Okay, yeah. So, let's tell this story. So, you know, even... Oh, God. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm reading everything. So, the story. The how I got tossed in story. I haven't gone into the show yet. I was swinging backstage. I never, you know, got to go on yet. And I covered like almost all of the girls in Moulin Rouge, but there was one role I didn't cover. And it was a Lady Marmalade girl named La Chocolat. Now, I've like watched it in rehearsal, but I, you know, didn't know it. So the show's happening. I'm sitting backstage, and all of a sudden you hear over the loudspeaker, Amber to stage right, Amber to stage right. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I never get called to the stage in the middle of a show. Like, this has never happened. I go to the side of the stage. The woman who plays La Chocolat got injured, which is really shitty. I mean, it always happens on Broadway. It just, like, sucked, you know, how soon it happened. She got injured, and I had 10 minutes to run upstairs, put on a microphone, put on a wig, put on a costume, which my dresser, Liv, helped me get ready in like 5 minutes. While I was getting ready, while someone was doing my hair, while someone was putting on my clothes, I was watching a laptop of her choreography. And I was watching this laptop, and I'm trying to figure out where she's going next. Who does she not run into? How do I, you know, get on this stage and do this part I've never learned? And I got dressed. I was on, and I ran downstairs, and someone held the laptop for me off stage. I ran on stage, and during the blackout. And I'm like shitting myself. I ran on stage during the blackout, and the lights came up at the end of the finale, which is the clips you saw. And I was standing in Le Chocolate's place, and the cast was like, Amber's on stage? And I took the bow, and then, you know, we went straight into the finale, which is like a big, like 10-minute dance number. And yeah, it was like a blur, and it was fucking crazy. And I didn't kill anyone, but I had no makeup on, and I was like a hot wreck, but I learned it off the laptop very quickly and then went on stage and did it. So that was my debut in Moulin Rouge. After that night, I had to go backstage and sign a contract so that I could cover Le Chocolat, because you're not really supposed to go on for roles that you don't cover. It's a liability. But yeah, so I signed a contract to be an emergency cover for her. And yeah, so that was my debut, Moulin Rouge. And then, what's even better, that night I went home, and they were like, you're going to be on for Le Chocolat the next day too. So I had to learn Le Chocolat's entire show. I stayed up till 4 in the morning, and I learned her entire show. And then I went on the next day fully in the full Le Chocolat track, from the beginning of the show to the end of the show. So that was probably the craziest theater experience I've ever done, is like learning an entire track overnight and then doing it the next day. That's fucking scary. That's some shit. But yeah, so that's that story. So glad you all followed me on that journey. During bows, when is it appropriate to start taking pictures? Okay, good question. Honestly, like, we were able to film our bows in the past. Each show is different with taking photos. I think at the, each show varies, but at the very last minute, I guess, when people are bowing is okay. I just don't think people want the distraction. So yeah, I know it's a good question, but each theater is different. All ushers are different. Some are more cool about it than others. So oh yes, a track is like, yes, thank you for explaining what a track is. I cover 10 tracks in Hamilton. Tracks are roles of different people. I just call them tracks. Track 1, track 2, track 3, just to keep them all, under that bracket. I don't know. Do I have dimples? That's a good question. What tracks did you have to learn for Hamilton? So Hamilton, I covered everyone but Angelica and Eliza. So, Hamilton, I had to learn all of the girls. I didn't start out as a swing on Hamilton. I, was in the ensemble of Hamilton. And then I decided to switch over to be a swing just because I thought it would be, more fun to swing Hamilton. But I learned everyone. And, I went on for Mariah and Peggy a couple times. And that was super fun. Peggy and Mariah are awesome. I love swinging. I think it's super fun. I like being in the ensemble too. I like doing roles too. I mean, they're all just so different. Like Rock of Ages, I started as a swing, and then I ended up taking over for Sherry, which was like the lead role. So like, they're all just different. Swinging is funner for me. Swinging is more fun to me than just doing the same role every single night. I just enjoy it more. I like having different parts, and I like going on for different parts, and I like the sporadicness of not knowing what part I'm gonna do, you know. No, I never want to be a dance captain. That shit's hard. Fuck that. How do rehearsals work? Do you stand on the side and learn on your own? Yes. 100%. Whenever you're a swing and the company is learning the show, you literally want to be like standing in the background. You feel like a creep. You feel like such a creep because you're literally just in the background trying to like trying to be like the cool kids. It's hard. But yeah, and then we rehearse every day that we don't have a show during the day. So swings typically rehearse during the day, and then at night we go to the show. You sit backstage. You either find out if you're on, you know, you sit and wait and see if anybody gets injured or hurt. Like, you know, it's it varies every night. But yeah. What shows have you been in on Broadway? Moulin Rouge, Head Over Heels, and Hamilton. Actually, if I didn't do Moulin Rouge, I would have done Drag a Little Pill. But Moulin Rouge opened first, so I decided to go with Moulin Rouge. But I almost did Drag a Little Pill, and that would have been cool too. Drag a Little Pill is so awesome, and I love that cast. They're awesome. So yeah, that show. If a principal can't go on, do they go to standby, understudy, or swing? Good question. If there is a standby, the standby goes on. They are like the person that is there to specifically cover that role. Then the understudy. So I am an understudy for Satine. So that's how that would work. That's like the order of that. And then swings are typically people that cover ensemble members, but sometimes there's cases where swings cover leads too. It varies from company to company. Do I have any footage of me as Peggy Mariah? I can't find any bootlegs. Yeah, I do. I don't know if I can post that, but yeah, there's some videos. Oh my. Do you get paid regardless of how much stage time you get? Yes. Yeah. The check clears. Thanks for the Moulin Rouge video, love. I'm glad. That's why I kind of decided to do this live, is because I feel like a lot of people had questions about swinging and like on that video and like what my job is. So we're live. Usually when I go live, I teach a dance class. But it's 2 a.m. And this is the best you're getting right now. Favorite part about TikTok? That it's a shit show. It's like the only app that like you can come and see pure fuckery, I feel. Right? Like, I talked about this in a podcast I did the other day. Like, Instagram feels like, I don't know, like snooty to me. TikTok, it's like everybody just comes and posts funny videos, and it's like amazing. TikTok's definitely like my favorite app out of all of them. You could give your younger self any advice with the audition grind and making it in this industry, what would it be? I could give my younger self advice. Don't take anything too seriously. make mistakes. Don't compare yourself to others. Everybody's on their own journey. Yeah. Fuck it up, sis. This is my advice to my younger self. Was it hard to get into the Broadway scene? Yeah. I had to do a lot of resume collecting things to even be looked at for Broadway shows, I guess. I've definitely worked my way up. It was never just like handed to me. I've done a lot of tours, I've done a lot of shows. I've had to like really work my ass off to get to Broadway. But now that I'm here, I'm so glad COVID is now happened. Gets to Broadway, pandemic happens. What the fuck? It's just like the cherry on the cake. Oh, you wanted to go on Broadway? Think again. Did I major in theater? So I went to Syracuse for a year, and I did major in musical theater. But when I was at Syracuse, I started going to auditions in New York City. So I lied to one of my teachers, and I said I had to go home for a funeral. And I actually took a mega bus to New York City by myself at 18. And I auditioned for the West Side Story National Tour. And I ended up getting it. So I left school. And I never went back to school. And, you know, it was a good decision. A really good decision for me. I'm glad I did it. Oh, thank you so much. Is Piper still thriving in quarantine? Piper is right here looking at this salad like, Mom, are you gonna fucking feed me? Do you want a chip? Do you want a chip? You want a chip? We out here. What time is it there? We're rolling up on 2:30 a.m. We're gonna hit that 3 a.m. mark. I'm not gonna be on live for that long, but I just thought I would come on here and chicka with you all. What kind of dog is Piper? Piper is a toy Australian Shepherd. She was the runt of the litter. And yeah, we saved her, and she's the best. She's the cutest little pup there ever was. I'm gonna hit it in like a solid 2 minutes. But let me answer a couple more questions, and then I'm going to tell you guys something exciting that I'm going to do. Broadway, Matt. I can't. How long did it take me to learn sword swallowing? Nab. It's How long did it take me to learn sword swallowing? So I never sword swallowed before Moulin Rouge. And when I joined Moulin Rouge, I knew I had to learn how to swallow a sword. Swallow a sword. Sword. Sword? Sword or sword? Sword or sword? That's the question. I knew I had to learn how to swallow. Swallow one. Swallow. Fucking hell. And the day came where I got thrown on for one of the tracks where she has to swallow a sword. And I learned about 30 minutes to showtime how to swallow a sword. So I learned at half hour before the show. And I was shitting myself when I had to go on stage and in front of 1,000 however many people are in the Moulin Rouge, and I had to shove the sword down my throat. I have never been more nervous for a theater thing in my entire life. That was like probably hands down the most scared I've ever been, next to coming down on the swing as Satine. Swallowing the sword. I might have been more nervous to swallow the sword than I was to be Satine. That sword, I will never forget it. That shit sucked. You folks are not incredible. Would I ever do a dancing video with a TikTok creator? Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Totally. I should do some more dance challenge videos. I've been slacking on the cardio movement. Okay, so before I sign off, I'm going to post something on my TikTok that I'm making in the next couple of days. I'm in the process of revamping some things, and we're gonna do it kind of like a bid style. I think it'll be really fun, and I'm gonna do it on TikTok, but I'm also gonna post about it on Instagram. So go follow my Instagram. It's gonna be exciting, and I hope someone gets buys what I'm gonna drop on here, because it's pretty cool. And, it'll be fun. So, the Amber exclusive. Alright, guys. I'm out. I must go to bed. I must stop eating right now. Because it's almost 3 a.m. and we need to go to bed. Thanks, guys, for checking out my videos. Love you all very much. Thank you for all the new followers. We're gonna have a fucking blast on here. I can already feel it. And I never know how to sign off these things.